What's cooking, guys? It's a Salukie, and welcome to the country of Poland. Dzień dobry. I'm gonna go walk around and stuff, okay?
Okay, I got pizza.
Oh, wow. So this is just a regular apartment complex here in Kraków, Poland. You can see all the apartments have kind of the same balconies, and they have different stuff in here. Like this little park, for example. Pretty family oriented. And then over here, I just noticed that they have an Italian restaurant. So here are some more apartments. Turns out you have different styles here, and you even have a hospital. Here we have a bridge that goes over the train track, but I'm off to take the electric tram. Beautiful day here in Kraków. I wasn't sure if I should make a video or not, because this is kind of what I'm doing for fun, you know? Instead of running around Palestine and getting in trouble. These are kind of like my tame adventures. But I was like, yo, let's try it out. Let's make a video about my adventures here in Poland. And if it works, and I'll make another one. Alright, so that was 4 zloty, just under $1. And I was worried that I was gonna have to wing it because I don't have any cash yet. But luckily they accept card. And yeah, now we're traveling to the old city of Kraków. So this is the old medieval town of Kraków. It's actually a UNESCO World Heritage Site, one of the first UNESCO World Heritage Sites. And unlike in Warsaw, this is the original old town, medieval town. In Warsaw, the old town was destroyed in World War II and they had to rebuild it. And here we have some nuns. So I've actually been to Poland multiple times. I have some very fond memories from this old town of Kraków, many of them being nocturnal. But I've never been in summer. I always came in winter and people told me to come in summer. I think I've spent about 2 months of my life total in the country of Poland. I've got 5 Filipino pesos here. So speaking of money, it's time to go exchange some of that great almighty dollar. So these are 1,242 zlotys. That's what you get for $300. So this is a cannabis shop, but they obviously don't sell actual weed because weed is very illegal here in Poland. But I do have an idea where I think we can get some hands on some of the devil's lettuce. They only sell weed paraphernalia in those kind of shops, but I've actually come prepared. I brought this on the flight. You can actually fly with this stuff as long as you wash it properly. Chabad Kraków. Bet Chabad Kraków. Sounds to me like a plug. I actually want to get some weed. You know, I can get weed in Kraków.
Weed?
Yeah.
You mean, unfortunately...
No, I know not in the shop, but like, where can I get...
We don't know, we don't use it.
You mean legal or not?
No, not legal.
So,
Legal you can buy on Starowiczna Street, but not legal I have no idea.
maybe they can help you, but we don't know.
No, yeah. Usually Israeli people like to smoke weed. So I was hoping I will find something, but there's nobody. This is gonna be a lot harder than I thought. Usually you come to a Chabad house and there's a lot of Israelis hanging out. And then you can, you know, like they all know where the plug is, you know, they all know where to get weed, they're Israeli. But yeah, it didn't work out that way, so wish me luck. Shabbat dinners sometimes and has kosher restaurants and shops all over the world for Jewish and Israeli travelers, in case you didn't know. And it's also a stream of Judaism. So my backup plan was just to hang out in one of these parks near the old city and ask people who look like they smoke weed. Dzień dobry. Good morning, boys and girls. It's the next day, and as you can see by the lack of people here in the city center, it's pretty damn early. Anyway, so last night I befriended a girl from the Dominican Republic, and we're gonna go to Auschwitz Birkenau. And here's a lady taking some wedding photos. Alrighty, so we're walking to the central bus station here in Kraków. We're gonna take a 2-hour bus to Auschwitz. And yeah, this is Edith, who's taking me to Auschwitz.
Hola.
De la República Dominicana, mamagüevo. You know what I just noticed? I forgot to buy something to eat. So we're going full Auschwitz mode today, getting the full experience.
What's famous here?
This? Polish salami? Okay. So the zapikanka. Zapikanka? Okay. Gracias, señorita. 2 for Auschwitz.
Auschwitz, ale only this one leg, only this one, pan jest pierwszy.
Entendió ruso al menos.
Fucking brilliant. I'm so sorry because it's a very much stupid question.
Sure, ask me
Yes,
anything.
because this is my first situation to my life. No, do you have only 9 zloty to help me?
You want 9 zloty?
Yeah, only 9 zloty.
Yeah, fine.
I don't have enough.
No problem. Okay, man, listen. You take this, you go give me 10, okay?
In the shop, yeah?
Yeah.
Yeah, no
But you leave your phone.
No phone, no phone.
No, so you don't run away with a 20 then? Or wallet or
Wallet,
something?
wallet.
Okay, yeah.
Oh my god, bro, this is...
What, dude? I used to do the
You stay
same.
here, yeah?
Yeah.
Okay.
No, I'm here.
Okay.
Okay, you leave your bag.
Bro, this is the transaction is very much. Okay, perfect.
There.
You gave me my wallet, you
Yeah.
stay here,
Yeah.
and I go to the shop.
You bring me
in
10, yeah.
Okay,
Yeah.
deal?
Deal.
Okay, no problem.
Yeah. I gave the guy 20 note, but I told him you have to leave your wallet as deposit to show me that you're going to...
Like the wallet is empty.
Yeah. I think the wallet's empty. Oh no, he has some stuff, so yeah.
Thank you very
Here.
much, bro.
You got your wallet back.
Thank you very much.
There you go.
Thank you, nice
Where's
to
my
meet you.
one?
What?
My one.
I don't have
No,
one.
I'm joking. Okay, so it's time to try the zapikanka. It's sliced baguette filled with cheese normally, and sometimes they put other stuff in it too. I approve. So we've actually just arrived in Auschwitz and I didn't film on the way. I wanted to show you the train quickly. So you have pretty nice seats and a plug for your phone or laptop. See the bathroom. Really nice train. I have to say, the trains to Auschwitz have improved drastically in the last 80 years. So now we're just leaving the city of Auschwitz and heading to a concentration camp. I've been here before, 10 years ago, with my high school. I can't lie, my trip here when I was 16 years old was very fun because, you know, you go with all of your high school mates abroad. Obviously the parts where you go to concentration camps and stuff aren't that fun, but it had been the first time I was abroad after living in South Africa since I was 10 years old. So. Great fun, not gonna lie. Parece que como que estamos que solo a las 4. Like we have to wait maybe 6 hours if we want to go by ourselves.
These are your tickets, and right now you have to go inside the building behind you, and there will be your meeting point.
Thank you. All right, so the situation is we wanted to walk around by ourselves, but there's only individual tours available at 4 p.m. So we had to join one of the tours, and here are the tours that you can join. They had English at 11:30 and Spanish at 10:45. So we decided to go for the Spanish tour, so it looks like somebody's gonna be sitting on their ass and making subtitles for a long time instead of adventurizing in Poland. Also, I played a trick as old as time. I showed him my Ravkav, which is like the Israeli public transport card, and said that it was a student card. If you have a card that's in another language that they can't read, then you can just use it as a student card and get discount.
Okay,
I've got to say, this is very organized. Look at the way everybody's sitting here. I got some stairs there, and here they have the televisions with the starting times. So I just discovered the tour is 3 hours long, and also the guide is Polish, she's not Spanish, but she has very, very impressive Spanish. Here you can see the double electric fences that kept the prisoners of Auschwitz in, and here are the towers, the watchtowers, where they had SS men watching. So in case you didn't know, not all of the estimated 1.3 million people that were murdered here were Jewish. You also have 150,000 Poles, Gypsies, Soviet prisoners, but 90% of them are Jewish. All right, so here we have a demonstration of what happened here in Auschwitz. They rounded up the people over there, gave them soap, so they think that they will be showering. And then they went in here and they closed the doors and they put in the Cyclone B, the pesticide that killed them within 15-20 minutes. And then over there you have the bodies. And over there, I'm not sure if you can see, you have them burning the bodies. Here are some of the belongings of the victims. Here are Jewish prayer shawls, talit, and here are some of their glasses. This is obviously just a small portion of the stuff of the over 1 million people that were killed here. לא, פשוט שמעתי את הסיפור על סבתא שלך, ואני עושה סרטון על הזה. אני יכול לכלול את זה? כן. אז מה קרה בעצם?
בגדול היא הייתה פה באושוויץ, ושלחו אותה להיענש פה, ביתן 11. עברה עינויים מאוד מאוד קשים כאן, ושוחררה לביתן שלה בנס, בגלל שהוא סדר שהיה. אני רוצה לדייק, אז אני לא יודע בדיוק, אני אגיד רק כמו שאני יודע.
אגב, אם אתה מדבר אנגלית יותר.
וואו.
אבל לא חייב, לא חייב.
כן? לא, אני יודע שבסוף, בגלל שהייתה פה רק ממש תקופה מאוד מאוד קצרה, אז איכשהו, היא חזרה לביתן שבו היא הייתה, ביתן המקורי, ושם היא שרדה.
אז היא כאילו...
היא נשלחה לפה רק להיענש, to be punished.
כן, כאילו לא להרג.
לא להרג.
כן. ואיך היא ברחה בסוף? כאילו פשוט שרדה את כל הזמן הזה, עבדה וזה?
פשוט שרדה בבירקנאו שוחררה. כן.
ואתה מרגיש כאילו את ה... כזה, זה גורם לך להרגיש קצת יותר זה שאתה יודע ש...
מחובר, הזהות מתחזקת פה, המקום פה מחריד. אני פעם ראשונה בחיים פה.
וואלה, כן.
כנראה שגם אחרונה, אבל...
כן. לא, אני את האמת הייתי בתיכון, כן. תשמע, בחורף יותר קשוח, האמת.
ברור.
כן.
ממש תחום.
אתה מרגיש מה ירגישו, כן.
אתה שלג, אתה עושה פה סרט כאילו דוקומנטרי.
מה אני עושה? לא, אני עושה כאילו... This is, I believe, the smallest gas chamber that there was. But we gotta maintain our silence inside because... Alright, so all of that was Auschwitz I, one part of the camp, and now we're going to Auschwitz Birkenau. It's a 3-kilometer ride, that's why we're on a bus. Have a little shuttle. This is Auschwitz Birkenau. Welcome, I guess.
Lecciones entre los recién llegados. Aquí en Birkenau los presos trabajaban como en Auschwitz I, en el campo, o sea, en la cocina, almacenes.
So this behind me is a train wagon in which the Nazis would stuff the Jews. They would squish in about 80, 100 people in a wagon like this. So these are the ruins of a gas chamber and a crematorium. And the reason that a lot of the stuff here is destroyed is because when the Red Army, the Soviet, were about to beat the Nazis, then the Nazis tried to hide the evidence of the horrendous crimes that they committed. And they moved the Jews westward and other people in the concentration camps, towards Germany, for example. So this is where the Auschwitz prisoners lived. They had 3 people on each floor. 1, 2, 3. Pasan. And when people got sick, because they used to sleep together all the time, then they would put the sick people down here. And all these people, you can see there's loads of beds, shared one bathroom. So within each one of these buildings, there were about 800 people. And they're almost identical, the different buildings. When the Soviets came and liberated Auschwitz-Birkenau, they turned these buildings into hospitals. But a lot of people just died within a few days of their coming because people were weighing 20 kilograms. They were basically skeletons at that point. Okay, that's it with the concentration camp. That was different than last time. Last time I was there, it was cold. It was more touching because it was my first time. It hits different in winter. Yvos? What about you?
This is my second time in a concentration camp, and I think it was too much.
Yeah.
It hit you, but no, as the first time.
So this is the city of Auschwitz. There's a city right next to the concentration camp, which existed before the concentration camp, obviously. Check out this pretty bus stop, by the way. Dashing colors. Look at the lovely apartments of the city of Auschwitz. See how people hang out with their laundry here. And this was actually a city with 8,000 Jews, which were half of the population. And when World War II broke out, the Nazis annexed it. About a year later, they decided to build here a bunch of housing for Nazi staff and guards. Nowadays, it's just a regular Polish town or city, you know, nice and clean. bicycle lanes. Edit. Baby. That's pierogi, which are traditional Polish dumplings, which I have had a million times. And it's about $5.50 for 10 pieces. So we're gonna get 40 dumplings. So we're gonna get the dumplings with meat, boiled pork, fried onions, Polish dumplings to, you know, keep it local. And then we're gonna go for the Mexican style ones and the Italian style because it sounds pretty dope. I forgot which ones are the Polish dumplings actually, she just told us. Yeah, they're just as good as I remember them. El italiano está de la puta madre. Alright, so we've hopped on the train back to Kraków and I'll see you soon.
Hey friends, Gilad is here and today I am in Łódź, Poland, quite noisy area in Fabryczna neighborhood. Just behind me is the Palace of Culture, and this city is very unique and very special for photographers. People that are coming here can find a lot of textures, colors, new and old. So as you can see, I'm here in one of those parking lots, which is pretty much in the center, just a small walk inside, and you can see this area is fantastic for photographers and people that want to make street photos. And this is my friend, the Salukie.
Hello.
He is actually doing a very interesting videos, mostly from Israel and Palestine, but not only. And today we are here exploring the city together.
So there was a big Jewish population here, as I said, but most of them were eradicated, and that left a lot of abandoned buildings and houses like this one.
I'm here in this parking lot, which used to be actually houses, many houses here around. And if you look at this building is really in bad shape. And over here, there is one which is in very good shape. And this is pretty much the texture of Łódź.
So the plan is to just go around the city and see what we can find. So this is Gilad.
Hey, what's up?
Just gotta say that the city center here is really quite pretty. You've got flowers on the lampposts. You've got beautiful women, of course, because we're in Poland.
So what I did now is I use the mirror of the Vespa with the nice color of the front and the street to capture my friend, which is standing here.
It's actually a real Vespa, by the way.
Yeah.
Vespa is also like a term for scooters, but this is actually the brand Vespa.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And come with me. One very interesting city about the city, as I said before, is the Jewish population. And you can see here we have some old Yiddish signs. I think this city is really interesting because you can just cross one street and you're in such nice fancy pedestrian, and over just 2 buildings away it can be totally abandoned and destroyed. So look at this. There are many names on the floor, and I'm not sure actually what are these names for, but really like every stone have a different name with the number, and I'm wondering what is this. I almost got killed by the bicycles because this is actually a cycling path, and I was walking like there's no.
It's all of
more.
It's all of your Polish exes.
Yeah.
Katerina, Isabella, Agnieszka.
Yeah, Agata, Julia.
Agata is a very typical name. You may notice that there's a lot of bicycles here, people passing with bicycles, and also, you know, bicycles parked, and the Bolt scooters. And yeah, just this country, they really do love bicycles.
So we are now in the center, and as you can see, one very fancy pedestrian, but here is really nice, totally different texture. So I wanted to see how it looks like here in this a kind of a garden or area between the buildings. And look, another planet. Looks like people really love orange in this city. I don't know. Just to explain you, I was standing over there in the parking lot, waiting that people will pass here, where the Salukie is standing, just to have the photo with the people passing by the gate, but having also the other side of the building. So we are back in the less fancy part of the city, and very interesting points for photography. First of all, for me, it's always when I see David Starr, it is interesting, and I'm curious actually who painted, if there's something written nearby. And another point is that just over here, over the crossroad, there's a very fancy part of the city, and here you can see something that it's more communistic. But the main point I want to show you is this one, which I find very good for photography. Just to explain you one very interesting point. As you can see, this part of the city is much more fancy, and this part is less. And also you can see that there is here the hub for trams and public transportation, which means it is a division between neighborhoods and actually a place where people are coming here from different parts and change their trams or buses. What is your impression from Łódź?
Łódź? In some place. Łódź.
Not Łódź.
Łódź. I think it's a very charming city. It has its more and less charming places. In some places it looks like the USSR, and in some places it looks like Italy. You know, actually Poland gets a lot of inspiration from Italy.
Yeah?
Yeah, like they have in Warsaw, they have a place which is designed to look like Italy.
They also say that there's a Paris neighborhood in Warsaw, and but Poland actually as a country was divided between the Tsar, the Russians, the Perusian, which are the Germans, and the Austro-Hungarians for 123 years, and this pretty much affected the country.
He's a skinhead. Maybe. I think I did more damage than help. I spilled it all over the floor.
So he got his coffee perfectly, no any drop out of the cappuccino, and made such a damage around. But this is a very, very Israeli thing to do. We want to help, but we do just mess.
Yeah, and I'm drinking hot because it's a hot day, and you should.
So just a lunch, and the weather changed dramatically. This is actually a very good for photography. When you have a wet floor, you have reflection, and especially with this cloud, with the light, everything much more soft and beautiful.
Perfectly dressed for the weather, both of us wearing slippers.
Yeah. And we probably
swim shorts.
Yeah, we are with the swim shorts and ready for another wave of rain. Huh?
I think it played in the restaurant.
Yeah.
Bad Romance, right?
I mean, the place we were eating in,
I don't know how we didn't film.
we had to film it. It was definitely one of the shittiest places in town to eat, but we were so hungry, and we just got in and said, okay, there's no one here, just drunk people. This is actually very, very good place for photography because there are a lot of colors, many layers, and this part is dark, but the inside is with more light. Good evening, start to be dark, and we are pretty much done with walking here around the city. Was nice, fun, random exploration without any plan, and now we are on our way to the train station, and we will see if we can leave earlier than we planned.
Are you happy with the photos?
Well, it's a good question because mostly I'm happy with the photos, but I don't know until I check them on a bigger screen. I don't really check the photos on my camera screen.
Yeah.
Everything have a place, and sometimes photo can be out of focus and still good, and sometimes photo can be in a focus and everything can be perfect with the light, but it will be just shit. So depends. Actually this is something that many people do not know, but I use old lenses on new cameras. This is actually because at the beginning when I bought my lenses, I bought them, some of them even third hand because of the budget, and I was really sad with that in one hand, but I needed lenses, and people always start to ask me, oh wow, how you get this kind of photo? And I realized that it became kind of my style even. I love it. And this is our train actually to Warsaw. On the way here we got the regular train, now we are taking the regional. So it is a little bit cheaper and it is actually even smaller train, which is going to a different station. So, how was your day?
I had fun. Lodz, Łódź is a pretty cool city. It has a lot of contrast between more Mediterranean European vibes and more communist kind of designs. And, you know, nice people here in Poland. You don't bother them, they don't bother you. The pizza was mediocre, and I suppose that's about it.